Welcome everybody to the 8th, I want to say, iteration. Man, I've lost track of how many I've done of these already. Oof, I'm hoping it's the 8th. If it's not, I'm in trouble. One,
I think it's
two,
the
four,
seventh.
five, six, 7? Is it the 7th? No, it's the 8th, because we did... Yep, it's the 8th. Nope, you're right. It's the 7th. Something fucked with my recording. All right, well, welcome to the 7th iteration of the Roundtable Podcast. I'm going to be your host today, to about 29. We have a short staff with us today. Unfortunately, some people had to cancel at last minute, but it's okay. I'm still enjoying the group that we have today. It's very smart people on board with us, and hopefully we can get some more of the community on board for future podcast sessions as well. So if you're up for that, feel free to just shoot me a message, and we can work on editing your permissions so you can join the podcast. So up with me, I'll be your host, to about 29.
I'm in B1, back again. Welcome everybody.
And I'm Mherex Gaming, and I don't like being trolled by Ben's emojis.
Nobody does, but
Are you
everybody gets
sure?
them. No one does.
Al-
Everyone gets
Yeah.
them.
Also,
I care very little about your caring.
my alter ego is Cable Guy, so you'll hear him call me Cable. But everyone should know that by now.
Yeah, if you don't, I apologize, but I'm not altering what I've been saying for months just to accommodate to
Like
you guys. Or
like the
Cable's
creepy cable
actual.
guy from the movie, Jim Carrey. That one.
Um, you know, not really, because I don't want friends, and I'm a lot bigger than Jim Carrey, so not really.
A lot of people are a lot bigger than Jim Carrey.
I'm
Anyway,
like three of him. I look like I ate him.
I don't know about 3, maybe 2. 2 to 2.5. That's fair. But not 3. That's just. You're over exaggerating.
Well,
Anyway.
yes, for effect.
Anyway, back to the game. So everybody, welcome to roundtable number 7. We're in the month of July right now, about halfway through this 3-week event, which what I thought was going to be a monthly, but it's only a 3-week. I figure we could start off and talk about the event, the freebie character being Dane, the chase character being Lana. I wanted to kind of gauge what you guys thought about this event compared to prior month's events, such as Masters of the Universe or the Bailey Sasha event or Natural Disasters, like what you guys thought. And the one mention I did want to make that I thought, because they always have to have their little twist every single month of something special, I wanted to mention the prize wall currency is now also key currency, and that there's no more key event essentially. Um, Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the key slash prize wall fuse because it kind of limits you to what you can get. If you are someone who's newer and needs something to spend on those keys, you're kind of forced to choose between either keys or the prize wall currency of going for something that you need. Um, but we could talk a little more in depth about that. I kind of wanted to gauge where you guys are at for this month.
Yeah, I use the currency for keys for I don't know, 30, 40, 50 pulls just to try to get Dane, and I got him 3 stars. So that was good, but other than that, I feel like we don't get near as much currency to be able to get stuff off the prize wall. Pretty limited, at least to me anyway. But Dane, he's not bad, I guess. I have enough tokens of his to take him 4-star silver, but I don't think I'm going to be honest. And Lana is a big dumpster fire in my opinion, but whatever. Um, yeah, I know. Master of the Universe is significantly better than kind of with the D9 tie-in and all that stuff. It's kind of yucky to me.
Yeah, it's not the best. I'm assuming you're not going for Lana then, if that's the case.
No, man. I think I have like 800 shards over or something. I mean, I'll probably get somewhere close, but I'm not sweating it at all.
Gotcha.
Uh, and it's one of those. I don't really need it. Um, I trying to focus toward 5-star people, but haven't really made the jump just yet. Although I can, I haven't.
Gotcha.
Kind of waiting around, let all the bugs kind of work themselves out. There's a lot of bugs.
Well, I mean, we didn't expect all that to happen now, did we?
Oh yeah, no, never, no, not at all. I mean, who would expect taking somebody to 5 star would make your talent and gym damage less? Ooh,
Who knows, man?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
just
fully intended, I guess.
so standard, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got developers, exploiting the game, getting multiple 5 stars. It's great, man. And it just
It's
shows you everything that's awesome.
it's the time to be in the game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Cable?
So last month I thought was one of the best months they've ever put out as far as able to get new solid characters and some amazing characters for very little cost. Plus they have really cool moves. Um, so that's a pretty tough act to follow up. The the one this compares closer with to me is the Sasha Bailey month. That was pretty rough. I think them putting the keys and prize wall into one pool only hurts newer players, and it hurts them really bad. For those with big rosters, we weren't getting anything on the key pulls anyway, except shards, which I will kind of miss those actually. But it really screws over medium to small rosters who a lot of times had a shot at pulling a new guy in the keys. Um, the prize wall, comparatively, what you're capable of getting is so much less than it's been in the past.
Yeah.
There's only one 5 million coin instead of two. Um, and everything is very expensive compared to how much currency you actually get. That being said, if you manage to pull one of the better skill plates out of the skill plate bag, that's an offer they were selling for $19.99, and you can get that for relatively low-ish compared to some of the other things. You can get that bag for cheaper than some other stuff. I kind of like that one. I wouldn't mind seeing that one stick around, but the prize wall is really really bad. I don't care about Lana; she's hot garbage. Um, and I have zero interest in her as a wrestler. I am going for her because I always do. I'm playing the event pretty hard. I'm ranked 96th in the solo contest at level 36, almost level 37, and I don't think I will get her. I have 1,160 shards. It won't break my heart. I just Pokemon effect. If I can get them for free, I will. Uh, I got a really bad feeling we're not going to see a lot of free characters for a while. This month is really looking like everything is pay to win or random chance, and I hope that changes, and I hope I'm wrong, but that's my gut instinct. No inside information there, just my general feeling of the game. I haven't made a secret of that about this month, though. Um, I think Dane is awesome, actually. The heavy move damage can flood a bunch of reds. The problem is he's in a very crowded class and powerhouse, which I have a lot better guys, but I do think he's very good. But if you don't have, say, like an Earthquake or a Hogan,
Or even a
um,
Drew McIntyre.
yes, a Drew McIntyre, which are all very rare guys, so there's a good chance you don't. Um, Dane, you could do a lot worse then. Especially Big John Studd adding an extra yellow at 9K. And he can flood some reds and do some pretty heavy damage on his finisher, and at least semi recycle with the choose destroy. Um, so for a lot of people, say like if you're using Shelton, maybe Shelton's your best powerhouse. Oh, that question just popped up in the chat. That's funny.
I definitely think Dane is better than Shelton. That's just me personally.
Yes, same. The finisher, you're no one's gonna be able to. No one runs padded, so it's gonna always hit full damage, and it hits really hard. And like I said, he's flooding with a bunch of reds. Shelton probably recycle a little better, but what is he? Does Dane destroy 5 at 4-star gold though?
I believe it's 5, yeah.
So with 5, you got a really good shot to recycle something or get very dang close, especially if you have like Rikishi for the yellow. So I would say I think Dane is definitely better as well. Um, Also, depending on who you have for NXT, he's a very good NXT requirement. I don't know if we've talked about that.
Is he an
Uh
NXT link?
huh.
Okay, then yeah, I think I would give the edge to Dane over Shelton in that case, because he fills another niche. The modern era
Yep.
powerhouse is so stacked, and it's loaded. There's no point in forcibly trying to take up another card there. It's obviously
Right.
not as stacked and loaded as Attitude Striker, which I mean we won't get into right this second. But no, yeah, I think Dane is better than Shelton. I don't think Shelton's bad. I think he fills that niche if you don't have a super top tier powerhouse like was being said. But if you do have resources and availability, yeah, I think Dane does fill better. Um,
Also,
it's just
phen-
better. Go on.
phenomenal coach as well. You got to get him to 7K. That's like, well, he's free. At least take him to 7K, guys. He's gonna make any multi-gem guy kind of cry for a coach on your powerhouses, which we've already talked about being one of the strongest classes. So everyone should at least take him to 7K, in my opinion.
It's a pretty good coaching ability, especially for powerhouses, which is typically the go-to when you're trying to beat down a multi-gem guy, because most multi-gem guys are acros, and you typically want to get that additional damage on them. So it kind of helps if they don't get that certain, like if they don't get that certain kick-out buff when they have multi-gems, and it just hits less.
Also, I think being missed is if you did max the talent up, 20% extra gem damage just from the strap alone.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
huge
huge
boost.
strap, man. That's a huge strap on him.
Yeah, so I think that also gives him more legs than Shelton. Mainly for me, it's the fact that he's NXT, that he has the strap, and that he's got the really strong finisher after the flood the board. I think Shelton's going to recycle better, like more reliably, but I do think I would rather have Dane if I have to have one because he fills better requirements for me, and
Yeah.
that's why. But I also have the strap too, so that may put a little bias on my part. But I like uh, past guys we've talked about being good in the monthly. Uh, I struggled more with their daily tours than Dane's. Dane's I win easy. Like I don't even need to put an MP trainer on him and I'm winning.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
So he
Mine's still
seems
three.
really.
Yeah, mine's still three silver, and I've beaten every daily one that's come out and been there. I haven't had
Yeah,
to take them up yet.
I honestly plan on taking him to 4-star gold because it's free. I might stop at 4 silver, but knowing me, I highly doubt it.
I
Even if I won't use him a ton when I need an NXT guy, and we do have lots of NXT style events, I'm not going to be unhappy. I took him to 4-star gold free.
It's a very
Yeah,
fair point.
I'm back. Dane, he's not bad, man. He punches up a lot more than I thought he was gonna. I think he's a little better than Robocina was. I don't know if I'm gonna get him to 4 gold, 4 bronze, maybe 4 silver. But I just pulled the uh, uh, NWO $1 million man, so my yellow TP is getting tied up there.
Taking a big hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got that plate. I already got the belt on him, so it's just a matter of time.
No, I'll be honest with you, Etra. That's fair. The +2 red gems, I still like him with 7, or with 8 whenever he gets the 3 gold. I don't think that he needs 10 and 10 to be a super duper great and OP and this that and the other. I was running him with frickin' with Scott Hall for +2 red gems instead of Big John Studd, so that I would have his +2 actually give me the real feel of a +4 instead.
Yeah,
And
I've been running him with uh, Harper, and
I've that too. For
Yep.
people that have Harper, they don't even need to do the +2. That's an awesome trainer for him because that's straight recycling right there. And most
yeah,
I've
people
it,
have
it
actually
definitely
X-Pac.
does.
I've
And that
actually been
finisher damage is really good.
yeah, I was gonna say I've actually been running him with red move damage and X-Pac coaching. And
You're a dick.
Good lord.
so,
You're just a dick.
so yeah.
I
Well, of
mean,
course
I
I'm going to
guess,
use Breeze for NXT, but
yeah,
he's number one. But sometimes you need multiples, and I don't know if you guys remember the last NXT event where you had to have everyone basically 4-star gold to do well in it. That really pissed me off. By the way.
I think 4-star silver with Dane. I think he'll still be pretty
Oh yeah,
formidable because of the just the amount of recyclability he's got. So
I'm
he'll be
I'm
okay.
planning I'm planning on working him up to 4 bronze over the month. I have him at 3 silver currently. Um, I don't really know if I want to take him to 4 silver, 4 gold, or past. I For anyone that doesn't have any pay-to-win characters or pay-to-win powerhouses, this is a
Oh
very
God,
good powerhouse to take up to 5 star. For anyone
you'll
that
get
doesn't
that
yeah,
heat.
have
You're
Drew
about
or
to get that heat too, Bob.
fine, I don't give a shit. I'm not talking about any of that. For anyone that doesn't have Drew or anyone that doesn't have Earthquake or any or Big Red Machine with gear or whoever the hell it may be, if you're gonna take a powerhouse up to 5 star and you're not spending on the game, this is a great card to take up to 5 star.
yeah,
Yeah,
and a great
I agree.
time. You'll save a bunch of resources. If you did have, say, Shelton already 4-star gold, then you might think a little bit, and it depend on your resource level.
Sure,
But like, yeah, but if not, like, I think for sure this is the guy to go for. Also, if I'm not mistaken, does he not have a red move that generates red at 5-star?
that's exactly why.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what his move does. It's a red move that generates red gems, and it's random red gems. It's not even like convert blue to red, so it can be anything.
Yeah, so now you got a yellow that makes randoms, a red that makes randoms, you know, and then the finisher that you can either. There's a lot of trainers you can run on him too. So like 9K Batista would be nasty on him.
Yeah.
9K Big John Stud would be nasty on him. We already talked about you can. There's just a lot of stuff you can do with him. Very versatile. You can set him up a bunch of different ways, and also again if you did the talent up, which a lot of if you did the talent up and maxed it, you probably have a lot of rare characters, so maybe it doesn't apply necessarily. But that 20% gem damage on a strap is a whole heck of a lot.
That is a huge buff. I'm not even gonna
yeah.
lie. Back
That's,
to the monthly. So yeah, my Dane's at 3 silver. I'm not chasing Lana for anyone that cares that's
Yeah,
listening. I'm at
hot
like
garbage.
600 shards or something. I think she's gonna be a nuisance to go up against. I think she's gonna be an absolute defensive fucking nightmare for anyone to have to face because she's a trickster and has a 1
Yep.
MP move and all that
Yep.
shit. Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that one, Ocho. Just delete her from the fucking game and just pretend like this didn't even exist. Put up Volkov gear as the chase for anyone that wants to get it, and let them go get that shit. Like anything, literally, just anything. So that you know what? I
I,
applaud you. I applaud you for that, just so that people don't have it in the game because she's terrible. I can't stand that bitch in this game. It's awful. It's gonna take
this
so long to fucking lose to her or to win against
the
her.
the trend this month so far is really scary with like you can't get any of the gear like it was we got play and gear in leaderboards. Now it's or not leaderboards, just for milestones. Now it's just a plate. So far the trend this month is less of everything for free and significantly less, so hopefully it's a one-off. But knowing Scopely and the way things tend to run, I am a little bit concerned at how much less of everything there is for free.
Yeah, I mean,
the
go on, Ben.
yeah. That's like the one thing there's definitely more of though is 4-star gold token this month in the milestones and if you can get them. I mean, of course you gotta have damn near everybody to get high enough in the milestones, but uh, I've gotten like 30 4-star gold tokens already.
Also, though, keep in mind, Ben, last month the talent up, I believe, was 24-star gold tokens just from the talent up. So, I mean, I think they worsened the talent up, and you are right. There are a lot more 4-star gold tokens in the milestones, but the talent
Yeah.
up was significantly worse. No coin, no 4-star gold tokens. A lot less coin this month. A lot less.
I was not a fan of this month's talent up whatsoever. Just at
No.
all. Just throwing that in
Uh,
there. I'm not the fan
yeah.
that they buffed it up and went from 250 to 325. It was not enticing. And
Yeah.
again, to try and chase a character like Lana, who again isn't good on offense, but is simply nothing but a nuisance on defense. Why the fuck do I want to invest so much into my roster for a defensive female card that they don't use. And even if they did start using it again, why do I even want her? I have a 4-star gold Stephanie, who's already a trickster, who's better than Lana. It's just not as annoying.
If you want to be annoying, just run freaking Asuka.
Exactly, that already exists.
Yep.
So
I already
it's
have her
just
4-star gold.
it's nonsense, man. Two other things I want to talk about regarding the monthly. Super duper quick. Compared to prior months, I'm not really a huge fan of this one at all. To touch on your point, when I compared this to the Bailey and Sasha month, I still think Bailey and Sasha month was a better month than this month, and that
Yep.
comes with my hint of salt that I was only 4 shards away from getting Bailey to 4-star gold and getting Sasha, because I still have a 4-star silver Bailey and don't have Sasha. And that's even with that happening, I still think that's a better month than this month, just because of the
Yep.
Bailey's Daily Shop or the that
Yeah.
stupid store and shit. You got pay to
Yeah.
win props, and anyone else that wanted got all the IGC they could have possibly purchased. That by far was a winner, and just for that shop alone, that was a better month to me. Even though there was 2 female cards, that was a
Yeah,
winner.
I agree.
And
Definitely agree.
isn't that what set off the spending ban too? That whole month.
I believe
Yeah.
so. Well, yeah, so much for that, right? They're supposed to have a blog post for that months ago. Ugh.
What are either of you two or anyone listening in town hall? What's the response been
I'm not.
like across all factions in regards to this month? Like, it seemed like people were a lot madder during the Sasha Bailey month than this month. But I think maybe because Masters of the Universe month was so good, maybe people aren't as hot currently. But yeah, I think this is way worse as well.
I think that people are just willingly aware that this was going to be a shit month because they released D9 with it.
Okay.
That's my take on it. It's like we know that we're going to release D9, we know that we're going to release 5 stars, we know that it's going to be a shit event. What's the point in giving them anything good? We might as well just make it shit.
Well, success.
And yeah, that's actually a great point that Ocho just brought up. People are just demoralized at this point. People aren't angry. It's just that it's what's the point? What's the point of trying when it's like we tried to get angry and nothing happened. We tried to not spend and then nothing happened. We tried to be on your side and then nothing happened. It's like what's the point of trying anything anymore for people? It's like there's no benefit, there's no motivation, there's no incentive. It's like anything that we try to work with the community, we get shit on. And I'll talk about it later, but this APA event for Farouk is a prime example. The people of the mods in TH fought for 4 to 6 hours, and this was the best that they could possibly do, which was you need to have everybody, including Godfather, and then still spend on your striker talent up in order to max the event. And the event doesn't even give you Farouk. It gives you a 4-star gold Vince and 15 bags with a shot at Farouk, quote unquote. The same shot that everyone had for Tech Taker.
Yeah, no shot.
The same
Like
shot that everyone
one.
had for Johnny Gargano.
Like
Yeah.
what?
I mean, I think the most shards I've gotten out of those bags is like 30.
Right.
Same.
So it's like this is the best that they did after having mods fight for 4 to 6 hours. Like it's obscene.
Yeah.
Apparently, before they were even fighting, this APA event was something like you have to spend hundreds of dollars on top of having everyone in order to max it.
You know what I would rather they did is like not even give us the bags where one person out of like 5 factions might pull him. I would rather they didn't give us the bags and made it maxable through like and give out coin and TP and other stuff because the bags are a joke. No one, like I said, what maybe 1 out of 5 factions, 1 out of 500 people might, if and that might be being generous.
You want to know?
Freaking pull.
You want to know what I really hope they do? Honestly,
Was that
is they go back to the old school Hall of Fame vaults, and everyone hates them, and that's totally fine that everyone hates them. But 3 people in your faction got the damn card.
right?
Period. I don't care
Yep.
how much you might hate them. 3 people in your faction are getting the fucking card instead of you seeing people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and going, oh well, nobody got it. Give me the faction vault back. Give me the Hall of Fame faction vault back instead of these bags and the milestones, and have people work for that Hall of Fame faction vault coin and have 100 things in the faction vault or whatever the fuck it is, however you want to disperse it, and have that be it. Have your faction work towards getting that card if that's what it comes down to, because it's not working in the damn solo.
No, yeah, it's
Or
I
bring
will.
back the 2-star bronze, which they're not going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I
mean,
would. I
and,
would.
and as far as the monthlies go, I mean, if they're gonna do this kind of stuff with the wall, I mean, there's no way you can get all the stuff you need to buy anything off the wall. Just go
This
back
is
to
the
the damn
worst prize wall.
solo vault.
This is
Yeah,
the
go to
worst
the
prize
solo
wall.
vault again.
Literally,
Do
this is
that
the
shit
worst
again.
prize wall, even since the first one.
Yeah, this one's
The
bad. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to get that 5 million coins. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna get it. There's no way.
honestly, the only good thing about this month, and the one thing I do like, is all of the Blitz tickets and the fact that they made Hell Blitz tickets available in the tours. Well, not the only thing. And I do
Yeah,
like the way the tours are set up now. It sucks that you need really high level guys. However,
And that
I
it's
like
limited
that.
on like a 24-hour fucking basis.
Right. The shortness of it is rough. I'm not going to lie. If you're busy, it makes it really hard to do. Um, but I do like that you can use any guy and get the one time reward. Um, that part is cool. And I really do like the way the Blitz has been structured. Uh, Now I don't need to spend like money to be able to participate and do my 1% in faction blitzes. So
Apart from the
that,
very first blitz. But yes.
y- yes. Um, so that has been good. If I would be fine with them keeping that part, then us getting blitz tickets and stuff, that's been good. But the rest of this month is really, really, really bad, really bad.
The prize wall has honestly soured me. Compared to I've been upset with the prize wall for a while, and I think the thing that has soured me with the prize wall the most is the props. Because and maybe I'm weird, but I've always loved hoarding props. I know that you know that. Um, but the 18 Shangos and 18 Show of Hearts, they were in their own pack. That was it. It was just you get 18 props and 18 props, and that was it. And I think they piled along with it like 30 health packs or something like very minuscule that wasn't going to cost a whole lot of coins. And in the beginning, it wasn't that expensive. And then they started piling on a shit ton of coin, and then it got expensive. And then the most recent thing that they did is they got rid of all the coin and all the health packs, and then they put in like 50 or 60 3-star silver tokens, and they like tripled the price. Why the fuck am I paying triple the price for these stupid ass 3-star silver tokens? You know that I don't want those, and you know that I want the props. So now you're just jacking up the prices of the props every month that you realize people are buying them, and then giving people shit on the side. That's like saying, hey, here's 200 2-star gold tokens, and you get 40 props. Like, fuck you and your 200 2-star gold tokens. The way
yeah,
they've done
and I
it is
mean that.
just, it's brutal. And like you said, they've screwed the coin this month.
Yeah, it normally it's really easy for me. Not well, I should take that back. Normally,
With
I have to work.
concentrated effort.
Yeah, normally I have to work my butt off and do everything and max mostly every event and farm, but I can keep the talent up train going and gain ground a little bit if I do it smartly. I don't always get to level the guy I want to do that, but I get to keep it going. And which I've done because of the monthly chase guy and needing to max talent up to get it. But this month, even maxing talent up, like I said, 90 in the solo event, right in that range. Um,
And
I
you're
don't
still
see
like
it happening.
800 something shards out. Yeah. They're going to have
Yeah.
to do a last week like shard bomb just like they always do, and they try not to tell anyone so nobody can plan, and that it just hits at the last minute, and that way nobody can say that they didn't have enough shards that they could have attained because they were there, but you didn't know about it so you couldn't plan. That's what they always do. That's how they've
Yeah.
always tried to screw everybody at the last minute. And it's ugly, but that's what it
I
is.
think they're gonna go with the whole. Oh well, if you do the blitz with the gold tickets, you get the 50 Lana shards
I've, t-
per
I,
run.
I've been saying that's the bailout since the beginning of the month.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean that was
you
that
guys
was
missed
that
three
was
blitzes. Whoops, there's 150 shards, and you're what?
yep,
Oh, you're only 100 short. Well, there you go, guys. You could have
yeah.
had it if you just did the blitz.
Yeah, I
So
missed out on NWO show for the same reason
Yep.
last time because I didn't have the required characters to get the talent high enough.
I've done 3 out of the 4, so I've got 150 of the 200 possible, and I'm still only at 1,160 Lana shards with maxing talent up. So
Yeah,
I
you're like 200 ahead of me. I did the same as well. So
You're like
yeah,
500 ahead of me because I don't give no fucks about this damn month.
Yeah,
I told myself from the very beginning. I was like, look, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do for the faction side of it, and aside from that, I'm just farming. I'm just using
yep.
Earthquake, and I'm farming every day, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna just work up my TP and my coins and my medals, and that's all I've been doing, and it's been great.
Yeah, I don't care about Lana at all other than Pokemon factor. I hate not having required guys for events, especially lately. Frick, man, you need everything or you can't.
It's gonna be a bitch. She's gonna be the new Tech Becky. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be when there's an event and it requires a female. This is going to be the month that you could have got her if you just went for her, but not a lot of people went for her because they decided that she wasn't worth it. And D9 they weren't going to be able to do it anyway. And it's going to be the same thing as Tech Becky, where only a handful of people had Tech Becky, and they started using her for every event requirement. And they're going to do that with Lana whenever they feel like it. And it's going to suck, but it's like it's not worth me investing all this shit for fucking Lana.
And then they're gonna run some mixed tag requirement, and it's gonna have a stupid Russian link with Volkov and her.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be stupid. They already have the link with Rusev, so I was hoping they were gonna make like a Rusev Day Rusev with her, and that'd be awesome. Like release both of them, Lana Day Lana, Rusev Day Rusev, and have fun, you know. But no. But
We can't have nice things too, Bob.
no, why would we?
so, so she gets gear, right? What does it do? Does anybody
Nobody
know yet?
knows. It's apparently a leaderboard reward for the feud event. I
Oh, that's
thought.
so it means you 4 people are gonna get it. Cool. Perfect.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
4 people are going to get it.
So I'm thinking it's gonna be something like I know people are thinking it's gonna be
It's got to be.
generate more, but I'm really thinking it's gonna
Nah.
be something like like Junkyard Dog Gear, but only for purple
Yep.
gems, like
Yeah,
Either that
300%
or
more
or
purple gem
or
damage.
swap more fucking rows to make
Oh,
it
that'd
that
be the
much more
stupidest
difficult.
fucking thing in the world. It's just make the AI take 30 seconds longer on every move they use. Like, no, fuck you, Ben. Stop that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it makes the most sense. It makes the most
No,
sense.
no, it doesn't
No,
make the most sense.
it makes the
Stop
most
talking.
scopely sense. So that's why you need to shut up.
Don't give them ideas.
Forget
Yeah, I think
they're always listening. I copy. I got it.
yeah. I think it'll be gem damage as well, since only 4 people are going to get it, and I think it'll probably be enough that it'll be significant.
It'll make her 1 MP move something that's actually worth a shit. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she'll be like Kofi
plus
then.
like plus 10 to purple.
No, not the gems. I'm
No.
talking just the damage.
The damage, like
Oh.
200% purple gem damage or something
Like
dumb
like I was saying,
that.
junkyard dog gear on Lana, but only for purple gems.
Ugh.
Right. See, you were talking about
okay,
how
though.
much I hate yours. Yeah, I'm sure you hate mine even more.
It's okay. Only 4 people will have it, and there's hardly ever women's feuds. You'll need to use it once every 2 months in a flash feud,
Here's
and
hoping.
4 people will have it.
Here's
It'll be
hoping
fine.
Ocho's one of those 4 people because he's not going to put her in his lineup. Just have her level 1
Z-page for the
forever.
win. Fuck it. Just Z-page everything.
So we were talking about blitzes and whatnot. Something I thought was kind of cool that they did in one of the most recent blitz milestones, top milestone, was they gave out a legendary modern strap, and it was open. It's not male, not female, and you got one class. That's the only like limitation from it. Did you guys get anything good from that, or anything that you're gonna plan on using on a male or female? Like if you got a striker, did you plan to use it
I
on
hate you.
Ronda?
I got legendary modern acro strap. So
Oh, so that's going on what, Triple H?
yeah, I mean I've got the Master of the Universe legendary strap that I can put on him too.
Okay,
So,
that's
but
fair.
I just got Andrade too. So
Oh, that's a good spot for it.
yeah.
Why do you hate
Somehow-
me, Cable? What the fuck?
Somehow or
know-
another, I've
you-
gotten a ton of straps, like actually useful ones here in this run. I got an epic acro attitude era for X-Pac, and then
Okay.
magically I got a legendary legend acro.
Oh, for Stinger?
No,
For
Macho.
Macho? I hate you. I
I don't even.
hate you.
I hate you because you have Macho. I mean, I have the legendary strap. I'm gonna get the skill play for feud if I have to kill myself. I just don't have Macho.
I don't have Acro Macho.
No, I know. That's not why I hate you. I hate you because you know what I got for a strap.
Well, what'd you get? Why don't you let everybody else know?
That's why I hate you. I got a modern striker, which isn't that bad. The bad part is I rolled move damage on a striker.
Not the best, though.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
I mean, there's not that many modern. What who are the good modern strikers? Cena, I got a
Harper.
skip strap for. Harper, I don't have. Breeze, that's not a good strap for him. He doesn't have high move damage.
And
So
then
yeah,
Ronda.
female.
Yeah. it's a genderless belt though.
No, I know, but female.
Yes, I understand. See, you should read chat. Ocho talking
Yeah.
about you with
No,
first world problems.
you know what, Ocho, piss off. you, if anyone to say first world problems, it's Mister
Uh,
Top of the leaderboard every event over here. Are you? Are you
uh,
actually? You know, it would be funny if you were actually Chad Ocho Cinco.
if you were actually
Do I need to post my whale emoji in there just for
Yes,
him?
just for
do
him.
it.
All
Oh
right, hold
I
on.
man.
mean,
Here it comes.
you can't. Captain Whaley McWhaley over there saying I
There we
have
go.
first world problems. I'm only VIP 11, sir.
Oh goodness. Uh,
There you go.
so yeah, the strap that I ended up getting was one that I did
Oh,
not want at all.
he just broed me. Just he just broed me.
So
No.
the strap I got was not one that I
Coins aren't
wanted
cash, bro.
whatsoever.
Nobody takes coins anymore.
I wanted one of two classes. I was really hoping for either a showboat or a powerhouse, either for Kane or Macho, and did not get either. Ended up getting a technician one with gem damage boost. So at
Oh,
least
I would have loved that.
yeah, at least the
Yeah,
gem
I
damage
got
boost
that
was
one too.
nice, but I don't really know who I want to put a legendary strap on for techs. Like I
Hmm.
have an epic one on Tech Black,
Yep.
and I know that we talk about Champa, and potentially this new plate would be not so bad to put on Champa if I'm running the black set with him. But I think I'm going to put the plate on Big E, if anybody,
Oh
um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now that plate has one home for me, guy.
for Acro
One
Macho,
home.
and that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
that's
that's it.
Dying of
That's what it
fire,
is.
that's
Ben.
You're
that
welcome.
that card's going to be so nasty, man. Um, but yeah, I'm not really certain. I mean, I got the strap. It was okay. I wish I got one of the other two classes, but it is what it is. It's a good strap for anybody that wants it, but I mean, eh,
Yeah.
it
I
sucks
mean,
sometimes.
I got decent strap. I sold a bunch of straps recently to try to, get some damn strap currency. But
That shit's so
uh,
difficult, man.
I know it's so dumb. I mean, the 24K at the end, that's the worst. The worst.
Yeah. Even with the expedition overhaul, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Plus,
I mean,
it
50
ruined
at a time
expeditions.
will just yeah. And
So
then you don't get props anymore out of those. You don't get props out of the showdown store. I mean,
no.
you got to buy them off a wall with the stupid tokens or headliner chips or whatever the fuck they put in them.
So
Hey,
go on, Cable.
too, Bob. Oh, I have a. I didn't get it from this one, but I do have a legendary modern showboat strap with 10% gem damage. Just saying.
Oh, see, yeah, that would be awesome for Zcane, for the boss time plate. Except you already have your boss time plate home, which is on NWO Ted.
Yeah. Um, that's who I want to put it on. So I don't know. I can't figure my showboats out after Dango, so I I just waffle back and forth. So
You know,
Yeah, I
they'll
mean,
get 5 star figured out
yeah,
one day.
one day.
They'll fix all the good fuck ups like we were just talking about with Kane, how you lose gem damage and health and everything from 4 star gold to 5 star bronze.
like, what the actual heck? How does that even happen? Like, oh, here, use all these resources. It's okay. You've played for 3 years, and now you're finally ready to up your guy to 5 star and get that next move. Oh, by the way, here's the Nerf bat.
Yeah. Some characters it makes sense because they did it for like on purpose, like Tough and Volkov, etc. But for just to be a regular, normal, moving like evolution to get nerfed is stupid. Nothing new.
Oh, incidentally, is it true? I heard that Volkov's HP Nerf goes away when he goes to 5 star.
So far,
Yeah, I heard that too. That's I think that's what we saw in the beta.
So far, he gets 160 plus thousand health when he goes from 4-star gold to 5-star bronze, compared to the normal striker getting 62,000.
I wonder if that will apply to the gem damage nerf for like Callisto and Stardust as well.
I don't know if did Kalisto have a damage nerf?
Yeah,
He got
yeah.
nerfed too.
Why?
It was like 500 less blue gem damage than any other acro.
That's stupid. He's not even worth taking up. But okay.
I mean, now with the silver loot, I got him 4-star silver, all max boost, so I keep pulling the bastard.
That's ridiculous. And
I
I
mean,
don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're ever gonna edit Stardust, though. To be fair.
I just wonder if they won't bother, like if they have to code the debuff individually for each guy in. I just wonder if they won't even bother coding it in at 5-star.
I mean, that's probably not something they thought of, which is probably why
May-
Volkov slid under the radar.
Maybe they forgot, and you should shut up.
Nothing new there, right? They
Dude, they
forgot
wouldn't be able
something.
to fix it anyway.
True.
Oh, God.
They'd try and change it, and then somehow like all the other strikers would get 400,000 hit points, and feud wouldn't load right or something, you know.
We're all over.
We're all over, baby. So let's talk about last weekend's event when we were caught off guard by probably the biggest April Fools of an event that is not in April. The 4-star gold junkyard dog event slash showdown slash pulling for his gear event. What did you guys think of this?
Uh,
Taking the worst character in the game, arguably, giving him out at 4-star gold to anyone and everyone that wanted to grind out the showdown event with the characters, and then afterwards giving people a tour to use their brand new 4-star gold junkyard dog in order to get a 5-star gold token to take up a showboat of their choice, while also simultaneously having a loot to pull for his gear, which makes him very powerful.
I didn't
Yeah.
mind it actually. I kind of like it. Like so, Kane was nothing amazing, right? He was always okay, but it too long to load, and then they give him gear, and then he's awesome. I kind of like that concept, honestly. Sometimes more than I do what they do with new characters when they come out, and then like all of a sudden you have someone throwing down 15 wild cards and blowing up, the whole board turn one kind of garbage. Um, so I kind of liked it. I wish I had been on the first 10 minutes and tried a couple pulls for a 3-star junkyard dog with gear. That wasn't supposed to happen and did. I missed out on that.
Mm.
Yeah, I
But
mean, yeah, it's okay. I had every character needed for the first time ever on crap event, but I did get the 3 fiend tokens, so Dango's ready to go. That was a
yeah,
bonus.
yeah, I love the resources, the tours, and all the stuff you got. I like that. Like I said earlier, I'll take an event like that where I don't get a new card, uh, and I get a bunch of resources every time over this random garbage of a 0.001% bag, so I can just open it and be constantly disappointed. So I like it much more than the style that we got this week.
Well, to be honest, I mean, in theory, you did get a new card. You just got a really shit card at 4-star gold.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no,
that
but I
that
mean
we
like
had to level up to get the damn token. Yeah, like I'm doing it one level at a time and regening HP because I don't want to waste so much on a crap hole.
Uh, I mean, I'm not arguing, but you did get a new character at 4-star gold.
I mean, he was two
Uh,
star silver when I started the
right?
event, so
Yeah,
yeah, all right.
yeah. He was fodder shit for me too.
Yeah,
But yeah. I mean,
I kind of
it is what it is. Sorry, go on, Cable.
I kind of liked it. I stuck I stuck double yellow move damage trainers on him, and I was able to get through all the tours at only 6K. So I had to spend super minimal resources. It was kind of funny. Uh, he's not good without the gear.
I like that the question mark.
Are you
Good.
sure that's a
Yeah,
question?
Without the gear at 4-star gold, but like because of how hard the move damage is, it didn't
yeah.
really matter if people were strapped up and stuff. So I just like put Rikishi on him, move damage, and on both of them, 2 yellow move damage trainers, and I think his yellow is hitting for like 73k, and
Yep.
the finisher was hitting for like 40k, and then destroying more yellow. So he was getting
Yeah.
back to the finisher right away with the tour perks and stuff. So I mean, he's not. I was expecting it to be way worse than that. I've like, oh, I'm just gonna not even try because I'll have to take him to like 12k talent because he's terrible.
Well, if
It
you
wasn't that
wanted to
bad,
take out
but
the
yeah.
Ray on the final node, which was a 5-star Ray, then yes, it was way worse than that for sure.
I
You
know,
needed
no,
to
it wasn't that bad.
really.
I did it. Yeah.
Fair enough. I
I
didn't
mean,
even
I did it
bother.
with like 6,600 talent,
Fuck that. I have mine like
and
8K. I didn't even think about bothering with that
and
shit.
and I had move damage like Mherex because I saw it and I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. So I stole it from him, and then uh, yeah, I mean a couple of light cheat steel props and yeah, a
Oh,
couple
see,
of
yeah, if
down
you're using
Shongos.
those
Yeah,
props, that's what it comes down to. Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you know, hey man, I needed that, and I got 4-star bronze Rick from that, so that was a good upgrade for me.
That's a huge pickup for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about that. I'm looking at this bag and I'm like, I got no fucking reason to want to go for this shit.
He was the only guy I didn't have 4-star in that bag.
That's crazy.
And yeah.
The only
Well,
one
no,
that I
Dusty too. Yeah.
that was the one I didn't want to pull was Dusty because his trainer would just go up, and the only other one that I didn't have I think was like Duggan, but he's already 4 gold, so it would just be a 1-star fuse up is not the biggest thing. Anything else is already 4. And it's
Yep.
might like Sarge is still 5K for anyone that doesn't have a 4-star Sarge. That was absolutely worth going for because then it makes Sarge viable with the black sub at 4-star. Um,
He's still
Worst
hot
3-star in
garbage.
the freaking game. Jesus
he's
He's so hot garbage. God,
he's
I hate
not
that guy.
great. I'm not saying he's great, but
Oh,
you can use him if you need
He's
to.
usable, yeah, at 4-star at least, but 3-star, dear lord.
it's like man, I just give me a 4-star bronze Ryback and just let me kill myself over and over again.
I'm just glad that they don't have that card for anyone anymore. That's a shit card. So follow up on the Junkyard Dog event, like we were talking about, because you got 5-star gold tokens from it for showboats. Who are you planning on taking up? Did you take anybody up yet? Anyone that you can't wait to take up as of yet? And outside of just showboat, do you have anyone else that's 5-star that you're like dedicated on taking up or looking into taking up?
I'm super torn. Like, my best showboat's Dango, so he's already maxed and waiting, just waiting to press the button on that one. But you know, I'm still working on Quake for Powerhouse. I think he's gonna bypass Powerhouse Kane.
Yeah.
But I'm a little stuck at Trickster, mainly because it's either Eddie or Big E, and I don't know what Big E's 5-star move is, so um, trying to figure that out too.
I'm not sure what it is. I think they were
Yeah,
changing it or something.
I don't know because it wasn't in there originally. So, but yeah, I mean, other than that, Tech, I have no clue because forever I've used Tech Black and he's really strong at 4-star. But I just have this gut feeling that he's just not gonna scale up in move damage and be worth a damn at 5-star. So
Yeah, I unfortunately
I
feel the
wonder,
exact same.
almost feel like Tech Black is going to be the tough of 5-star.
yeah, I think he's gonna get the biggest nerf, and then Striker, God, I don't know, pick one. Uh,
So
Harper would be a good choice for me. But then and I just got NWO Ted too, so I don't
Oof,
know.
that's a gimme.
I, yeah, I have, so everybody knows how big of a Dango mark I am, I'm pretty sure. So that's for sure. He'll be my first 5-star. I have the tokens. I will wait like for talent up like I always do, even if I don't want to. Um, so that's no question for me. After that, my showboats, I can't figure out it's really weird because showboats are terrible gem damage, yet there's like 5 of them that I want to work on that I find interesting.
I'd be super impressed. I'd be interested in seeing what Typhoon's move damage for that finisher is at 5-star.
Right? So I well, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. We could do a whole show on me and showboats. That's beside the point. I'll get trapped here.
Yeah,
So
they're all
Dango
pretty much
first.
hot garbage. Yeah.
Dango first by a mile. I use him for everything. It'll just make it my life easier. Even if he won't need 5 star to do what he does, um, it'll just make life easier. Striker, I have first world problems, so I just made it really easy, and I'm gonna continue the theme and go with Breeze. Uh, because
Yeah.
again, Fashion Police and Breeze.
Just
I
flood the
mean,
board with stars on Showdown.
hmm and I started doing a new setup that's actually really good if I want Breeze to finish the match, which early on in Showdown is just Dango, Dango, Dango. No one can kick out, whatever. It's easy mode. But later on, um, I've started running, instead of Dango's finisher, the Protect Gem move, and as you're getting 2 sets of the Protects out turn 1. And then I run Steamboat on him sometimes with the no perk one. I ran Steamboat on him for more blacks, and then I was just tagging in Breeze and doing like obscene amount with that many blacks on. So even without that setup, though, Breeze is usually doing between 250 and 350k now that I got Fury on him, but I still don't have a 30% Fury gem. So there's a lot of room for improvement, and he still has 20 levels. And then he'll just get better with his solo set, the blue set. The sub drops the power gems, and then his 5-star move changes power gems back to blue, so he'll get some recycling back for solo. But he's doing so much damage, like tagging in, choosing 10 essentially blacks with the immobiles, that's a no-brainer for me. And then it'll be MDM Ted almost for sure. No way it won't, I don't think. Tech is A1 Champa. He'll be first, and then Wolfpack Sting second, because I don't have the other rare techs.
Champa really interests me at 5-star. I'd love to see how he scales up. I think he's going to be a lot better than people think he is.
I think by the end of 5-star, he may be the one of, if not the best tech. Like towards the end of 5-star, I think he may be the man. Just like Drew, as
I don't
these
know.
moves.
Gargano is nasty.
Yeah. But no one has him.
Yeah, well.
So he
Ocho
doesn't
probably
exist.
has him, but
You know what, Ocho? If you got Gargano, screw you. But yes, Team Fashion Police. I love you for that.
That's funny.
And then Trickster is Biggie for me. I don't have Macho or Hollywood, or Eddie, so that's a pretty easy choice. Acro is going to be Masters of the Universe Triple H, another easy choice for me. And then
I didn't say that one, but that's Macho.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take Macho to 5?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the plate.
That move. Oh, and that move that destroys multiplied gems.
Oh man, yeah. He's gonna be really between. I mean, do you have black? You're not black. I'm sorry. Do you have what's his face? Elias, right?
Oh God, no, I don't.
Nope, that's the one
It's
Ben doesn't have actually.
Yep,
Okay.
that's one of my unicorns.
Okay. You're still gonna be
Yeah, with
insane
the plate.
without
The plate's
the plate. It
gonna
won't
do
matter.
the work for Elias.
The thing is,
Yeah.
the key with that plate is if you just make 3 different sets of blue matches, it's filled.
Yep.
Because it's a 9 MP move on the dot. So it doesn't matter. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, that works. I can do that all day, every day.
That's how people used to play Lex. When they would set up Lex for the
That's how I still set him up with Xbox.
I was just gonna say
three,
use
three
the
matches.
yep, and then you use it the same exact way for Acro Macho, and it should work.
Yeah, you do that. Lex impressed me on that tour he had not long ago with that botch plate. Man, that guy, he can do some pain.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need that. You don't need Arn Anderson on him.
You don't need it, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. But yeah, the showboat wise, I think I'm gonna take up Z Kane, but I'm definitely waiting until they fix him, as we've been talking about. So yeah, I'm planning on taking up ZK, that's where I want to put my boss time plate, but I don't have a legendary strap for him. Hence why I was mentioning earlier why I wanted a legendary modern showboat strap for ZK. Um, Dango's probably going to just be my second right behind him because Dango's very solid, but Dango's just not
Yep.
ready to go up this second.
He
He's not
gets
4 gold, he's 4 silver, and I don't have the tokens to take him from 4 silver to 4 gold to 5 bronze
he
currently.
gets a pretty significant buff on his protect gems.
Yep.
A
Yeah,
finisher,
Yep.
I'm sure it's
like
going to be nasty.
1661.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it gains
that's
like
a
700.
yeah, that's a shit ton comparably to what he
Yeah,
has right now. It gets like 100 or something every time that you take him up, and it's
yeah,
nothing.
I think it'll buff him up to almost 2,000 per with uh, earthquake on him.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. That's going to just be a shit ton of protect gem, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, currently I think Z-Kane, potentially Dango afterwards. Acrobat, I'm going to take up Zombie Taker, and after him I'll take up this Triple H, because the Acro Triple H seems to be very, very good. Um,
I mean he's good, but God, those move animations. Oh,
are they that slow?
they're just oh man, those super spinning whatever spinebuster thing. Good lord.
It just looks funky. Oh man. But yeah, I think that'll be my second. Powerhouse, he who shall not be
Screw
named.
you.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Go to hell. Go
Yeah,
to
so
hell.
that one and
You can beat 5 stars with a 3-star bronze, man. Come on.
Yeah, you don't even need it. Yeah, just
Why do you need to make him 5 stars? Like the Z Austin conundrum, you know?
God.
I'm just gonna throw the bleed out and then do the not move pin bar 20 times, and then just for fun, I'm gonna keep bleeding you out and not moving the pin bar. I just killed 10 Titans in one match. No big deal.
So like I said, he who shall not be named. After that, I'll be taking up most likely Earthquake because Earthquake is very good, and potentially after that Drew or Powerhouse Kane. It's a toss up. Both of those are very good cards. Anyone that doesn't have any of them or has one of them, definitely take them up. And anyone that has Drew and is contemplating taking somebody else up, just for your awareness, Drew has a 5-star blue
Yeah.
MP steal move. In case you don't have anyone that steals blue MP, very useful, very low charge move for him to steal blue MP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Drew would be one of the top ones if I had that guy.
Also, something for anyone to note that's contemplating it and you're thinking to yourself, well, why the fuck would I use Drew to steal blue MP? I don't use his blue moves. You can still use steal blue MP even if you don't have blue moves equipped. You just don't gain it. They still lose it. So, you
Yep.
can definitely do
And
that.
definitely something good for if you're going against a Big E that's going to eat your lunch with all those blue moves.
Right. Tech, Champa, talked about it. I think that's going to be the go-to move, even though I have Tech Black at 4 gold and ready to go. I just Ben and I have spoken about it for way too long. I just don't see how he stays relevant in the land of 700,000 health, 600,000 health, and
Yeah, I
he
mean
just doesn't. It's
even
not gonna
with
cut it.
double armor, man, it'd be like 40-year matches, man.
It's not gonna cut it. Kofi for
Yeah.
sure. Kofi for
Yep.
sure. If anyone had Kofi, absolutely take him up. But Tech Black
Yeah.
just
He buffs up so high on that gem damage. I mean, it just makes sense.
so. I think I'm gonna relegate the Champa on that one, and
Yep.
potentially Tech Black second. If not, I'll work on taking Bruno up because Bruno's an unnerfed Stardust. I don't care what anyone says. He's a better version of an unnerfed Stardust. And his finisher,
Well,
you get to choose where you destroy
yep.
instead of just destroying random gems. He's amazing. And that's not using the bleed sub setup, which a lot of people love to use, which is his red setup. Really
Yeah,
good card.
don't sleep on Tech's Gold Dust either.
I
Golly,
know,
those
I
moves.
know you're so high up on that Tech Goldie.
Yeah,
Just the
his
move
move
damage you were
damage. I mean,
saying.
just
Yeah.
68k move damage for that damn that one of those green moves. I mean, it was ridiculous. I
Yeah.
mean, and then the botch move, the finisher was doing like 250k damage,
I was gonna say
just with no extra botches.
when you're chunking people for like a tenth to an eighth of their health just using the move, that's not
Yeah,
bad. It's really not.
no, that's the biggest thing I see is going to be a problem at 5 star is the move damage buffs on the guys that do. That's gonna make feud miserable from a health pack perspective.
That's gonna
I
make people
wonder,
start thinking about padded.
Yep.
did you guys remember when 4 Star first came out? The magical Randall Orton was amazing. I loved.
Oh
Oh
yeah, that
man.
finisher. Oh
Oh
Randall
geez.
Keith, 120K. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I
yep.
had. That's the most fun I ever had feuding is when they first had perks and the gem generation one. You'd get that and just
And
just freaking use move damage and woods, and then turn one. You do your match, you don't pin, then you drop the finisher, and then you laugh and you're done, and you move on to the next one.
yep.
Uh, so I wonder what his finisher will get buffed to. Champa, his black set, the finisher is huge as well, and has a destroy silence, so it completely recycles itself every time easily. And the black moves are no slouch either, so I'd be interested in that set as well. Of course, I love his low charge silence set like everyone else here, but that might be interesting as well. Um, Dane obviously is going to have a huge finisher. Lord knows how hard Scott Hall of Fame will hit.
Oh God,
Not that
that's
he exists
disgusting.
for me, but
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that guy.
That guy is on
yeah.
a tier of his own. Um,
So
yeah, to wrap up though, the final two classes besides Tech, after Tech Trickster, I'm taking up Eddie. He's a long way to go, but I'm planning on taking him up because apparently everyone's gonna think it sounds stupid, but it's true. As at least for what's showing in code right now, his
Yeah,
5-star move is a purple move that steals purple MP. So I can, in theory, just run try purple against a purple user and have two finishers and a purple MP steal, which consistently charges it, and it just have endless move damage.
yeah. I mean, it's
So
like 60K at 5 star, 60 or 60 some odd K on the finisher. So you're
it
just gonna,
it'd be hilarious,
you know,
especially if you
yeah,
have takedown on them and purple move damage. Like you could build it however you want.
yeah,
That's who I think I'm gonna take up first. He's still 3 silver for me. Got to work him up, but I'll take him. After that, Big E. Everyone that has Big E,
yep,
you should definitely take him. And I said this on the last podcast, and I said it in my faction, and I've said it in my side servers, and I've been called out on all three of them. I think Big E, Masters of the Universe, Trickster is a better Trickster than NWO Macho, and
I
agree.
I'm
agree.
going on
I
record
agree.
saying it
Hands
again.
down, man.
So
And
We
he's
all
got
agree on that.
two super viable movesets, and he can just laugh at you the whole time. It's ridiculous.
yeah,
Agree, Ocho.
yeah, I think he's
One
the
hundred
best
percent.
best free quote unquote free character that people that they've given out in the sense of like yeah you
Yeah.
have to grind for it or do whatever, but it was essentially free.
Yep.
Um,
I I'm surprised. Like I had a couple buddies that um, ended up getting him, and they're like, I'd have to spend a lot to be able to do. I'm like, it's worth it. I don't care how many. If you have to use all your coin to level guys up to make sure you get him, worth it. Do it. Like you're never gonna get a better chance at a trickster for free. Like that's this good. I mean, he's
Yeah. When I
insane.
saw Davies' video, I'm like, oh my god, that guy's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, AK, you don't even need the second gear, and you can even run that build set. Vengeful will chime in here. He's typing. You can run that build set even without it. Yeah. So he's really good. And the new skill plate coming. If you got Big E, you just feud, man. Get to the 5 million. Get that skill plate. It'll just make him that much better.
yeah, that's the other thing too. This plate that's coming up in the feud is gonna make him very good. Not like he's not already very good. It's just gonna make him even better. And to final the whole 5-star conversation out, I'm contemplating taking a Volkov if that health debuff really is wiped out, just because that fucker hits like a damn Mack truck. And if he's getting 160,000 health just for clicking a single button that says go from 4 gold to 5 bronze, then yeah, I definitely think I'm interested in clicking that button compared to most other strikers. He's 4 bronze for me currently, not 4 gold, so I'd be working up. But I think it's worth it still. I have the gear for him, so I definitely think
Do you
that's worth
have
it.
Do you have Ted?
I don't have NWO Ted, no.
Okay. Okay, then I won't try and talk you out of it.
No, if I had NWO Ted, I wouldn't be worrying about Z Kane and the boss time plate and all that shit. It'd be a completely different path for me. But no NWO Ted, so I'm definitely contemplating Volkov up. And after Volkov for sure, because I have my favorite striker in the game is Big Kev. He's 4-star gold already. I'm very interested in taking up Kev to 5 star now that Farouk has a 9k training ability, and I plan on doing close to like 20,000 damage per black column break gem with my big Kev relatively soon. So
Blow up the
I'm
whole board.
I'm gonna have. I mean, yeah, it's just the 20k per that gem, not including the 42 other gems that are getting blown up. So it's gonna be fun. I currently don't have a Fury set on him at all, so he still has 2 Fury sets to get shoved on him, and he will be doing quite the monstrous amount of damage.
The AK asked in the chat who he thinks if you guys had to pick for ZKane or NWO Ted for the Sasha plate. I'm going to say NWO Ted because I'm making that choice. What do you guys think?
So I think we talked about this before. I think that Ted is the better choice because he doesn't move the pin bar in that sense, but that Zcane is not as efficient and effective without it. Like
Right.
Zcane can
If you
still
want to
get
use
hurt.
the
He could still get hurt from a bad board. Ted, not so much. Zcane, if there's no reds or no yellows, you could absolutely be shit out of luck for 4 turns in a row with no swipe. And that's not
So
usually the case with Ted.
basically, what you're saying is if you want to make sure ZKane is top tier, 100% viable all the time, put the boss plate on him. Ted doesn't really need it. It just makes him faster, nastier.
Correct. However, yes, I think that it makes Ted, it makes him one of the best in the game for sure.
Do you agree, Ben?
yeah, I mean, anytime where you can buff up the damage on a guy that can manipulate the pin bar, it's gonna make him that much better. And that's the name of the game, get as much damage in as you can before you pin. Z Kane, he's gonna be great defensively without the plate, but you kind of need the plate to play him offensively efficiently.
Yeah, I probably should go the ZKane route. I have a skip turn legendary strap for him, and like he would just be a nightmare for most everyone. But I don't, I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't know why. It's being
I'm,
stubborn,
I'm
probably.
bumped up to the you know skip turn boss plate Z Kanes, and I beat quite most of them in showdown. But every once in a while, you get caught by one, and it's just ugh.
Oh yeah, if you come across one that's running double red, you're not gonna beat them very often.
Yep.
I'm sure you come across a lot of double yellows, but not too many double reds.
The double reds, I tend to skip those guys because I know that he's gonna kick out this fucker.
I'm not even gonna lie, I started using them double red on offense. I found it to be quicker. It
Oh,
sounds
really?
so stupid, it sounds so crazy, but I actually found it to be a whole lot quicker because the animation on the finisher takes forever. It's sure you're blowing up random yellow gems on the board, but the worst part about it is once you're blowing up those random yellows, if any more yellows come from the top, it's not like, okay, on a board reshuffle, now I can reshuffle into a yellow match. It's on a board reshuffle, I have 2 or 3 yellows on the board, and they're just going to get shuffled again randomly. So I found that if I want, I just use red and yellow, and if I'm getting really low on the stun, I'll make sure that they can pin me on their turn when they get unstunned. I'll just use the kick out, regain 100,000 health, so it's not like I hit or got hit for anything, and then I can stun them on my turn again and start the whole entire loop over again. And it's worked really well. That's how I went through the Showboat tour. Was with ZK double red, not double yellow, and it worked amazingly.
Nah, I just one turned with Dango the whole way through. It was easy, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have
fair.
Z Kanes, so
That's fair. Dango's still a damn monster. Um, back to the monthly. Uh, I I'd rather talk about the feud event first because we've been talking about the plate a lot. I'm sure a lot of people don't know the plate we're talking about. There's a plate that's going to be available inside of the feud event at the 5 million milestone, and the plate states that every time you match 3 blue gems, sorry, every time
it
you
just says
break,
it's a breakthrough.
sorry, every
Yeah,
time you break 3 blue gems, you will gain 3 black MP at the end of your turn. That is the skill plate that is coming up in the upcoming feud event at 5 million. In this feud event, there's also a simultaneous event running alongside it for APA Farouk, which is a brand new Attitude Era striker that they released. I may be one of the very few that thinks this way, but I think he's actually worse than Striker Cena. Striker Cena you can use on turn one and still blow up more row breaks. This guy is not as good as that in my opinion because it takes to turn two, and even after turn two, you can't guarantee that you're blowing up 6 rows because it's random row break placement, and a lot of people seem to think that's his best setup. Um, so the card itself for the secondary event running alongside the feud for APA Farouk, I don't really think is worth chasing for Farouk. The event itself doesn't even give Farouk in it. Like we were talking about how shitty the Showdown events have been. The top milestone is actually giving away a 4-star gold Vince McMahon, and you need to have every card required, which does include Godfather as well as Gallows, which are two very rare cards that people don't have, as well as being able to feud and win 4 feud fights with Gallows, with Farouk, and with the monthly character of Killian Dane. And then on top of that, you still need to put some talent up into it in order to get yourself a 4-star gold Vince and a single 5-star gold token, which is a random case. So I'm not a huge fan of that event. Um, there's apparently some Lana gear that's attainable inside of the leaderboard milestones, instead of the just the solo milestones, which no one knows what the gear does. But like I was throwing out a random guess before that it's going to be some sort of damage increase. Um, and the one other thing I want to mention about feud, because this is a feud event, not a showdown event, is they brought back the minus opponent MP perk for feud, which
Yay.
is shit. It's attached onto the multiply perk, which a lot of people need and a lot of people use for their multi-gym characters, and by proxy they're taking away MP from their opponent, which is then forcing the opponent to purchase the MP perk that's a positive in order to cancel it out. So now you're having multiple people spend multiple millions of coins to net to nothing. In this particular feud case, you're netting to 1 positive MP. Um,
So
any takes on it?
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead, Merrick.
yeah, I talked about it in my feud prep video, like the line bonuses and the guys you can use. So if you're using, let's say you have like, because it's almost all modern guys this time around, right?
Yep.
So if you have both like Andrade and Ricochet and Harper, and you're using all three of them, the multiply gem perk is going to make sense for you. But it's always the most expensive perk anyway. If you're only using like one of those guys, it's just not worth it to spend that much coin. Like I don't know, I wouldn't, so I don't. I don't think it's a good buy to buy the MP down one. Now on the flip side, the MP up one works on every guy on your roster, helps out every line bonus. If you have Champa, or if you use an under trickster for the 4 matches on the top lane, the silence gem damage does it. And if you're using KO, who's a SmackDown guy, again, silence gem damage works for that too. So the MP up one is fine because it helps your whole roster. But like how expensive that multiply perk one is, and for this feud in particular, I would say you'd have to have at minimum 2 multiply guys, if not 3.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then again, if
I'll
you
be.
sorry,
Yeah,
what?
go ahead. I'll have Harper and Ricochet both. So I mean, I got it obviously for Harper because he's going to be the
Your
more
workhorse.
devastating one on there. Yeah, he's going to do most work. Him and Booker T.
So for me, my workhorse is totally going to be Earthquake. The Blast Gem perk is a lot cheaper. Yeah.
Mine's just not high enough yet. Mine's
Uh,
still at like 8,000 talent, so
I've been working
he's not
that.
going to be able to cut it.
I've been working that big boy up all month. That's why I started farming. I saw this monthly. That was my whole picture. I saw this monthly. I'm like, yes, a shit month. I can work up the cards that I want to work up, and immediately, like right in a picture frame, just boom, earthquake. I can work him up. I can farm with him forever. This is golden, and that's what I've been doing ever since. He's 19 levels away from 4-star gold max.
yeah, mine's 20. I same thing except I'm still going after the event. Somehow it's working out. I'm not sure how.
I feel so bad
Uh,
for you.
Yeah, just
I'm
give
not
up, man.
saying it's no. I'll never give up. You don't understand. It.
I know you're an event guy. I get it.
I'm I'm a horrible try hard person, and it all goes back to when they stole Rowan from me and I almost quit playing. So now it's always my goal to get everything free I can
It's the principle.
take
Yeah,
from them.
I get
Yep,
you.
Yeah,
that's my
and
game within my game.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Max out all the monthly characters and all that stuff too. All those
Yeah.
things,
But
that
yeah,
competitive
the
thing for you.
the
Earth,
feud the
Earth,
feud perks are just so shit. That's what
Yeah.
really gets me about this whole
yeah,
thing.
they're so
The
expensive.
the other one
The
too,
one,
which
the
Ocho
one
brought up
perk, the one perk about feud that I'll say is great is can't use zombie off.
in this specific one, yeah, there's no slot for
Yes.
Zombie Austin is nice.
Oh,
No Hogan
thank
either,
God.
right?
Yeah,
No
and no
No
Hogan.
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 No Hogan, no Austin is nice. There is still Z Rock, but that's not the end of the world because a lot of people can work around that. But
Yeah.
but Ocho brought up a great point on the perks too, which we spoke about before. The other perk that I do have this one is the Gem
Same.
Generation perk, and the Gem
Yep.
Generation perk this specific time, if you get it, and if I get it, there's no
We
point.
just, yep,
It just negates
It's
itself
just
because
it.
you
yep.
destroy the two that you take the two away that you just got.
All the plus
I
that I
didn't.
get and all the minus that you get, and the worst part about it is that's why people are gonna get it because they're
Yeah,
gonna sit
so
there
that
and
they
tell
don't get
themselves
super nerfed.
it's
Yeah.
just so they don't get hurt. It's not
Yeah.
even like I'm sitting here telling myself, "Oh, I want the +2 gems for this guy or for that guy," or
Yeah,
it's
doesn't
none of that.
matter.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just that I
but
don't want the -2.
that's like you can't run Ricochet without uh, um, Fat ADR because if you get somebody that has that, you're gonna have two gems. Screwed.
It's just it would be better if the negative option wasn't there. I've been saying this ever since perks came out. If perks were perks, which
Yeah,
the definition of a perk is a benefit, then it would be a massively different story. If your
like
perks
the
were
tour
only
perks.
exactly. If there
Yeah,
was
like
no
the tour
downside
perks.
for the opponent,
Yeah.
perks would not be as hated as they are. And the only
What I
exception to that is Showdown, because everyone loves to get their Showdown perks for minus opponent MP so that they can get their shit off. And even that one
I,
I've never been a huge fan of since the beginning. I know I'm different than most people on that one.
no. I'm with you. The perkless showdown we had like 2 months ago or
oh,
whatever was
it's so
amazing.
beautiful. Yeah, I get to
Like
use Callisto.
P-
Oh, it's great.
PvP, PvP, player versus player should not have perks involved in it. It just shouldn't. I mean, like, why do we want everyone in the game to be turn one in feud? How is this good?
Yeah, there's no strategy in it, but I mean, that's the game we play now.
If the perks were just perks, like when they very first came out, I'll never forget it. They came out with 3 perks. There was the MP perk, which literally, so once you get up to like level 6 and you work
Hmm.
your ass off for it, it was like, guys, you get to start feud with +1 MP. And that made the fucking world go apeshit crazy.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god, Eddie's first. Oh my god, Razor's turn 1. Holy shit, my 6 MP people are turn 1. This, that, and the other. Razor
Yeah.
wasn't killing people in turn 1 on feud. Eddie wasn't killing people turn 1. It was annoying because they had submissions. But
It
besides
was a
that,
level of control.
that was it. It was
Yep.
exactly that. It was okay. 1 MP made it where if I'm not super top tier with 4-star gold this and all this crap and 4-star Z
Yep.
Austin and da da da, I have something that can now fight it. My turn
Yep.
1 Eddie can submit his Z Austin and maybe it takes longer, but fuck, at least I have a way to take him down now.
Yeah, and you minimize the impact of HP loss too. I mean, honestly, that's really what the MP perks are for most people that run the Austin all the time.
Just drove me nuts, man. Ever since I'm thinking about these perks and they brought back minus opponent MP perk for feud, what the fuck was the point?
And I'll tell you, I'll be honest. I like Trickster Macho, but when he really got the blessing of being the greatest trickster is when they were having the +3 MP perks,
For the
and you could
+3
get.
blue.
Yep. So you could turn the 1 turn kill on the finisher.
You could rotate it twice.
Yep.
That's how it was. You got the buff, you did the blue move, you got
That's
the buff, you hit the finisher, and you broke like
yep.
400,000 damage. And everyone's like, oh my god,
That's
this
the
card's the
one
best.
where Eric Kong ran him the whole time and ran like 65 million points on
Yeah,
on
something
feud, and everybody's like, "Oh my
ridiculous.
god."
Yeah, that's when they started looking at score leaderboards and like, okay, this is not right. We need to look at this.
Yep.
It was a joke. But no, the perks are really they really gotten out of hand. As for the feud event itself, I think it's interesting that we can all grind for the plate. It's a good plate to go for, good plate to grind for. If you have Trick Biggie, definitely a good person to put it on. If you have Acro Macho, which I know a lot of people don't, I'm one of them that doesn't. Cable's one of them that doesn't.
Err.
He
But
is
if
the
you
rarest
if
older card, I think, besides Tough.
I was gonna say besides Tough, I think he's one of the rarest. The only two
Yeah,
old cards that I don't have are Acro Macho and Razor. I have everything else.
yeah. I only don't have Tough in JBL.
Yeah,
That's
well
it.
JBL's not fair because they don't
You
release them
can't
anymore.
get, yeah, I can't. I think Acro Macho is the only old one still in the game I don't have. I think the
Yeah,
next
I
oldest.
just got Acro Macho not too long ago from that box, and then somehow I
Well,
pulled
Yeah.
him again at 3-star gold twice
what do you mean somehow?
after
Dupe Magnet's real. You-
shit happens.
somehow, my ass, somehow the game's like, oh, don't you worry. We give you once, we'll give you three more times in the first week that you got him.
Yeah, it's dumb luck. Hey, I pulled a feature. Oh shit, I just pulled that one last week.
uh,
Yeah, I've wanted him since I started playing the game. Like, because he was already. I started a little bit later than most of you guys. Almost I think a year into the game, and he's been like the guy I wanted because he was god tier then. Um, and he
I
never
just wanted
really.
him because his robe, broke the game screen, every time he popped up.
when you shook him around on your
Yeah,
roster screen.
yeah, it would just lock up the screen and,
Uh,
kill the game. That was great.
oh man. Yeah, I think my favorite one on the roster screen is Davy Boy Smith, so you can spin him around until the flag is on his front and he's just holding the flag out.
Lana's dress is pretty funny to spin around.
That
That's kind
shit's
of interesting.
hilarious, like a hula hoop. Alright,
Oh
so
god, this is what we do with our time.
yeah, man, we're fucking champions players. So I think the final thing I'll mention D9 event. Uh, honestly, it's really bad. It's nothing like what it was the previous year. The previous year, I'm not saying was great or anything, because you needed to have two very exclusive pay-to-win cards in Vince and Honky Tonk, pay-to-win at the time. Vince was only given out to 100 people on leaderboard at the time, or in that poll during that weekend. So very exclusive set of cards that you had to get your D9 loot chest with your 4-star bronze card. Two or three of which those 4-star bronzes are in this D9 event 5-star bronze chest also, which I thought was just fucking stupid.
Yep.
No variety really there. And then on top of that, you needed to have not just one or two. You needed to have like 4 to 5 very exclusive cards. Um, one being Hollywood Hogan, the other being Sid, another one being Rey Mysterio, and a fourth, which I know some people have more than not now, but still very rare, is Nikki. So those are 4 cards right off the top that you needed to have, and not just only needed to have, but needed to have like at 4-star level to beat the 4-star gold Hell Mode opponent. And then on top of that, they even had a VIP one, which yes was a bailout, but for people that don't have any of those cards, you still needed to have a VIP at 4-star gold. Um,
Uh, actually, I managed to beat VIP with 4-star bronze King of Kings.
ooh,
Whoa.
all right,
Yeah, because
We're gonna have to talk about that one offline.
Okay, class disadvantage on Vince. So
that's fair.
for
Yeah,
Vince, yeah, I'm
I
like,
almost I did one try, almost beat him with 4-star silver King of Kings, and then I guess I said screw it, I'm not trying this hard.
it wasn't bad actually. I mean, I got a little bit of board luck on a recycle, but it really wasn't bad. I didn't use a cash kickout even.
Well, screw me. Either way, you still gotta have a VIP card.
Right? No.
but
You do.
yeah,
But I'm saying I'm like I want to try this with King of Kings because of class advantage because I don't have any. All of them are 4-star bronze, and I'm like this isn't going to be fun with anyone. Triple H has the sub, so he would have been who I went with next to just keep him controlled. But yeah, that one wasn't as bad as you might think. The rest of them, yes.
that's fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair. It That I think there's also there's a couple other cards in there that are just like Dango. I know people don't know not everyone has Dango. Just certain cards, man. It was very rough this go around for D9 for people to hit it. I think there's only 30 to 35 people that have still hit it at this point. They made it last the entire month so that it's not just a day or two, and that people can hopefully continue to pull on their loot pulls to try and get their D9 card to go for the event. Uh,
Bullcrap.
yeah, it's just overall I'm not really thrilled with it. I think it's okay that they gave out a solo vault and gave out like stuff you can like it's pity prizes. They're giving out pity
Yeah,
prizes,
it is.
but I
It is
mean
pity prizes.
they're
That's what it is.
they're okay pity prizes. They're not great. They're okay. If you get super lucky and you're in a top tier faction that's doing their faction tours and you're chasing the solo event, you will get enough July Jubilee Vault solo whatever the hell they're called coins for the D9, and you will actually get some 5-star gold tokens out of them, and you may get 3 of the same class where you can make a 5-star. So
Is
yeah,
there enough
there's
coins for that? Because I thought
It,
you would have to finish all the D9 matches to get the coins too.
the he's not talking about the choose coin in the vault, the second tier.
no, yeah.
You're
Oh, okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
the
If you get
random
really
one.
lucky and get RNG on the cases, yeah,
Yeah,
at the end of the
okay, I
vault,
got you.
yeah, at the end of the vault, that rainbow choose coin, that yeah, you need to eventually hit the end of the vault, and you can pick 3 of the same class. But if you're not
That's
getting up to
dumb
that,
because you would already have gotten the free 5-star already, so you just
right?
need to
oh,
get two.
yeah, a
So
lot's gonna depend on if the next blitz has as many of the D9 vault coins in it, like if it has like the first one does, because I think if you max the second blitz, if you max your faction max the second blitz, it equated into like 5 pulls, I believe. Um,
it was a decent
so
amount. I'm not gonna lie, it
yeah,
definitely was a decent amount. I think I only had 2 or 3 pulls before that blitz event was done, and I think you're right, it was 5 because I had 2 more left in tier 1 after the blitz was done.
so if your faction matches maxes the solo, and then they max both of those blitzes, assuming we get 5 from the second. Um, that would be 10, which clears one vault, and then I don't know how many. I think I calculated it
It's
was like
10.
seven
It's
pulls
10.
from the faction,
Yeah.
like from maxing the faction event. I think it was
Oh,
like 7 pulls.
I think
So
it's
that would
7 or
be
8, yeah.
yeah. So that's like 17 total pulls, and you need 30 to clear the whole thing. And I believe I got 5 pulls from getting to tier 6 of the D9.
Gotcha. Like you're saying, of through doing some tours and stuff.
Yeah, the ones I could do. So I still won't hit the max, but depending on what is in that last tier, depending on what I get lucky and pull, you won't pull the medallion because I think it was listed that was like a less than 1,000% weight.
No,
So
no,
that
no,
was
no,
for
no, no, no. It's less than 1.2 million less percent weight.
okay. Yeah, so
yeah,
you're
you're
not
only gonna
pulling the
pull that one
medallion.
as the last pull. Yeah.
Yep. But there's like the second tier has like what 20,000 blitz tickets in it. I think there was a
There's some
million.
okay stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
there's a
good pity
million
prizes.
coins. There's some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
So
There's some good pity prizes, and then there's some Lana
yes,
shards.
we're not talking. Yeah, those. You know what? I don't even know why I'm going for Lana other than Pokemon factor, but like I'm almost annoyed if I get her, if that makes sense, because she's so bad. And no, like literally, if I'm watching Raw or SmackDown or whatever, and she comes out, I'm just like, where's the fast forward button? I just don't even want to hear you talk.
Yeah, to be honest, that usually is like time to get a break and like go get a drink or a snack or something, or like take a piss break.
Right? Like, I mean, like, so I I'm not, I can't talk.
Humana, humana, humana.
So yeah, Ben, any input on D9 event? Anything that you would want to improve? Anything?
Oh, we want to improve on it? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's just scroll back a couple months and do some more beta testing before they roll this bullshit out. But uh,
Yeah,
I mean, they're fixing stuff on the fly from freaking content creators' feedback. That's stupid, man. What the
Yeah.
hell are we doing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I've been, I've been very vocal about it too. That I think it's the stupidest thing. We had a week of beta testing, which didn't even
Yep.
have certain cards, and they had all the issues, and the whole entire process of the beta testing was everyone that was in beta testing that was also in their town hall for beta testing or whatever the fuck it was to report all of the issues they found, and that every 8 hours on the hour, like every 8 hours, there would be an update of, okay, we fixed the following glitches. So and so does damage. So and so's move
I think
works
that
now. So and
happened twice in the whole 6 days. Like, for real, man. I mean,
no, but like we were talking about, why the fuck does a character stop working when you take him to 5 star? My favorite thing, honest to hell, oh my goodness, Mark Henry.
I wanna take, a move that does nothing.
Literally, that's it. Mark
Yeah.
Henry's finisher deals 0 damage, turns 0 gems into botched gems. Pin your
Better have that
opponent.
Santa gear.
It was
Yeah.
just like, are you fucking kidding me? This is it.
I, what I
Like,
didn't
dude,
understand
my
is why, like,
7-year-old could code this shit better than these guys. It's ridiculous.
there's enough people that play the game and like it that they could probably get decent coders to do it for free.
If they
Like the
just
guys
No
that
outsourced.
joke.
freaking
There's quite at least a handful in this server alone.
Yeah, if they
right.
outsource to the actual community that keep on trying to just rake over the coals, like, yeah, you'd have a bunch of people that would be like, hey, I could definitely help with that. Let me just.
You know,
Yep.
you know how, like Bethesda games, the modders like take over. So like Skyrim, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Skyrim, Oblivion, they run for like 20 years on the same engine, and people release updated engines, content, all
Yep.
these different mods, thousands of
Hmm.
mods. I mean, they could even do that and then steal them from people with their permission. Like, oh, we don't even add it to the game. Just be like, here, just design some crap for us, and then if we like it, we'll
Yeah.
use it. And it would
Yeah.
be
I
better
don't
than
know.
anything they do.
Yep.
I mean,
By far. Like,
we talked about what
I
happened with this update too, and then didn't we have like a full conversation and discussion about? Remember all the graphics that they wasted time on, and all these new competitions and contests that they decided to make us have to click into 17 menus for? Man, imagine if they just introduced a remove all button to your feud lineup or your blitz lineup. How
ugh.
hard would
Instead
that
of
be?
having to quit your
Or a
faction.
fucking level scale
Or
to
a
level your
level
guys up.
scale.
Jesus, please,
Exactly.
just a level scale. That's all I want.
It doesn't really sound like it'd be all that hard, but guys, we have to revamp the entire competition UI, entire events UI. It's no longer going to be
Yeah,
called
and make it
events. They're now
confusing as
contests and
hell.
competitions. And it was just like, oh, come on, man. The amount of
And
time
you
that
got to
they're
make it
investing in
so
it.
confusing. And I'm a guy that can't stand red dots, and there's red dots all over that thing for no fucking reason other than to push them for them to go away. Hey, there's an event coming out tomorrow. Here, push this button. Fuck you. I don't want it. Drives me nuts, dude. I can't
Yeah,
stand it.
you ain't
So
wrong.
think about it from the standpoint, let's say, of like a faction leader style person. You already had to explain the simplest things to people, like
Yeah,
that can't figure out like what 1% is, or can't figure out what bonus guy to use, even when
bro,
it's at it like right
bro,
in. Yeah, I know.
bro.
And now, and now, like now, I can make a video on it, and people still don't understand.
Hmm.
They're like,
Yeah.
like what special characters do I use? You can click the contest part when you're in the thing. It'll tell you what's the
Whoa,
contest.
what the hell is a contest? Aren't we doing events?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then those whole special characters that pop up for 24 hours at a time that you got to dig through
24-hour
oh
to
yeah.
limit?
do stupid, showdown or whatever with.
Or
And I,
beat this solo node with this character, but
yeah,
only on
yeah.
this day.
I mean, our intel guys in the faction are having to work twice as hard now because they got to draw out more crayon for everybody. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's the best when you have to put people to work on a game that they don't get paid for. It's like, hey man,
Yeah.
so I know that you're done with your 9 to 5. Can you spend the next 3 hours drawing in crayon for everyone to understand what's actually going on in this game because the devs
Yep.
don't do it?
Build this badass Excel spreadsheet to map it out for everybody, and
It's just
Go ahead
shit.
and throw some macros in there too,
It
because we're gonna need
really
that shit
is.
for next month
It's
too.
just so bad, man. The devs do such a bad job of trying to get the information across, and on top of that, they willingly withhold all this
Yeah.
other information where they're like, nah, we're not going to tell you guys. We're just going to put it in the code. And if your Intel readers are smart enough to find it and can do all this stuff, then I mean, yeah, you guys can share whatever you want. But don't say that we didn't tell you. It's not subject to change. Like it's like they purposely
So
play fucking games with people's lives. It's so
It's
stupid.
like it's like the change in the moves. Who did they change the moves on, and they try to hide it for whatever reason just
I
recently.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about. Can't remember the person.
I think it's Earthquake 5-star move.
Oh yeah, I think it was. It was earthquakes.
Yeah,
what does he
I
get at
mean,
5-star?
I don't know anymore. It's
uh,
subject to change.
yeah, it's subject to change.
So,
Shit buffed
well,
out.
the crazy thing is, like, I'll wait, like, you know, the blog will come out and I'll be like, oh, I want to make a contest thing for this. And like, I'm like, no point, because when it goes live, something's going to be different. But then some days I have to work, right? So I'll make a video thing the night before, like, okay, this is what you can expect to get. And then the event goes live and all of a sudden there's two more guys in it that weren't in it before. And
Oh,
you're
like
like,
the
but
Warrior and Sheik one for Showdown that
yeah,
time you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. But I'm like, but I just read it off the blog like an hour before it went live,
Uh-huh.
basically. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, well, I mean, no offense to whoever writes the blog. You know, yeah, their language, their linguistic skills suck ass, and they're never right. There's always something wrong on shit.
Nothing new in the land of Scopelyville, but we
Yep.
unfortunately all know this. But anyway, I think we've touched on a good chunk of things today so far. I want to thank you, Ben, and thank you, Cable, for both of you guys coming out for roundtable number 7, which I thought was 8, like an idiot. Uh, um, thank everybody for
Well,
coming out to come and listen and who did participate in the live chat. We will be taking about another 15 to 20 minutes just to kick it with you guys if you have any questions or want to ask any of us specific things, or if you'd like to be part of the next podcast, feel free to just do me a favor and shoot me a message and we can absolutely work it out. Thank you guys both again for coming on out. I think we had a great podcast today, just shooting the shit, bouncing all over. I think the community engagement was a lot of fun. And if you guys have anything to say, definitely feel free to give a shout out.
I just
I
want
mean,
to say thanks for having me too, Bob. All these weeks, you have no idea what it means to me to be able to shut my eyes and hear the sound of your voice in my ears.
it's so glorious, glorious, like Bobby Roode's robe, spinning around with backlight.
Oh,
Just glorious.
goodness.
Yeah, I'm actually
Telling
just
you, man.
sat here while Two Bob was talking, and I did the Bobby Roode spin with my arms, and then put my hands up in the air.
Yep. Did you get one of your desk lights and kind of shine it down at an angle, like 15-degree angle for you and all that stuff?
I think I think maybe I should get a webcam and start building theatrics for these, just for when Two Bob's talking. Like, you guys could all see the expressions on my face. Like I'm doing my Austin Powers with my. Oh
Jesus.
yes.
The
Oh.
only the only the only thing I don't like about chatting with you guys, I can't bust out gifs and memes religiously like I want to. Too focused.
It does happen.
Freaking
Yeah.
Ben trolling me with his freaking memes all the time.
Ben does have
Click
the
it and tell
best.
me what it says.
Ben does have the best emojis in the game, that's for sure. But yeah, thank you guys once again. We're gonna wrap up round 7 right now, and we're gonna kick it with the community for another 15 to 20. Normally, this would be about the time that we all talk shit and about what we're gonna do for Showdown. So since there's no Showdown today, but there is Feud, I figure we can talk shit about what we have for Feud. If you guys want to talk about Feud lineups or what your plans are for the events, we'll just be around kicking it. So feel free to just shoot us any questions if you have anything for anyone in specific or everyone, whatever it may be, will be here.